Hello, hello, hello. I'm back with water to do readings for a donation. So we have 2 spots. Well, I'll let people come in. Really? Is nobody in here? That's crazy. People must be busy. Must be busy. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So all the donation information is in the description box below. We did have somebody send in Sherry sent in for 2 people too. She also already donated for 2 people, so we'll give those out as well. Sorry, responding to this before I don't. You know how it goes. I've been bad with emails this week, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. Yes, so you can Cash App, you can Zelle, you can Venmo, or you can PayPal. All those options are in the description box below. And again, there is 2 spots as of now. Hey, Sunflower. Yeah, so, thanks, Alan. So you can do, usually I just have you book through the website, but you can do like a private one for a donation. I might not necessarily, um, that's weird. My phone just did something really weird. Uh, and then we could do it via email, Sunflower. Um, so yeah, you could just, and then I'll get it back to you probably either late this evening or first thing tomorrow, because I'm already kind of like with this, and then I have another something scheduled right after this, and then I'm cutting myself off for the day. Got it, Carolyn. On it. Roger that, darling. Okay. Thank you. Alright. So Carolyn wants to know, what is her blind spot? as far as shadow work? I love that question. I love that question. What is the blind spot as far as shadow work for Carolyn, please? You know what I heard? I heard an old friend. Carolyn, an old friend. Um, makes me feel like there could have been some sort of betrayal here from an old friend. And the betrayal doesn't have to be super, like, it makes me feel like a friend that switched up on you or something like that. Um, I heard somebody that I feel like you thought you could trust. I feel like you've possibly been intuitively knowing that there was, like, I don't know if this old friend was, like, there was like a point where this person switched from being, um, got it, Sangaya. I will add you to the list, babe. But anyways, Carolyn, it's like I feel like there was an old friend where there's like this person you two were kind of walking together, but then there was like this energy of um, I don't know if you went separate ways or you started elevating and this person felt left behind or something like that. Um, and I feel like this person possibly like turn their back on you, or it's almost like you could feel as though it's like this person probably possibly at one time felt like this would have been the one person that like you could have trusted, or that you could have this person will never betray me or something like that, and it's like but they did. And that's what this blind spot is. It is this friend, this energetic cord from this friend, because I feel like you're not really holding on to this energy or anything like that, but it feels like there needs to be like a release, right? Like some sort of forgiveness, some sort of I'm hearing the word redemption. Hey, Michelle. Yeah. So that's what this blind spot is. It's the friend. Almost like this person, it's like this person possibly. Is this making sense? Like this person, sided with people that were also like I don't know if they came together with people that were also like looking at you or projecting some type of energy onto you, or like what I mean, like say for example, say you walked away from some family or something like that, right? And the next thing you know that this friend is maybe even communicating with these people, or like connecting with these people, or like, I don't know, that's what this feels like though. It feels like maybe even like spying or something like that. So, but yes, that is the blind spot for you, babe. Maybe even like a lot of talk, right? A lot of chatter, a lot of gossip, a lot of, I feel like this person may have used you as like a distraction for themselves, right? They almost tried to use you as a stepping stone for themselves. Um, so yeah, releasing that energetic cord for sure. Okay. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And you know exactly who this is. Okay. So we have um, Sun Gaia, and then also Michelle donated for a donation for somebody else. So we've got 3 free spots that we'll fill after Sun Gaia here. Okay. Am I saying that right? Sun Gaia? Lord, I hope so. Sun Gaia. Sun Gaia. Right? Ooh, we'll go with Nikki. You know what I want to say? Hey, Nikki, she's so fine. She's so fine. She blows my mind. Hey, Nikki. I know it's Mickey, but that's what came to mind. What's your question, Nikki? Okay. Okay. What does Nikki need to know at this time? Guidance for our highest white light, maybe in particular to this fight, or just in general? What does Nikki need to know? So first of all, I feel like this fight is, honestly, I feel like it oddly enough, I feel like it was divinely led in a weird way. Okay. Um, because I really feel like there's some sort of like truth or something that was revealed, or some sort of confirmation, or something. There was information in that somehow that you needed to receive. Okay. Because I feel as though um it's important. It was like it's an important part of your lesson here, or a lesson that's tied into, your and his relationship. Okay. Um, But we have the Ace of Pentacles and we also have the Ace of Swords here. So this is, it's honestly, it's kind of giving blessing in disguise, right? It may have shook you up here, but it's so that things can settle differently, if that makes sense, right? It's like, it's almost like, exactly that, right? It's exactly that. It's like, going into this, there was one perception or one something like that, right? But this, it like shook you up in order to kind of make sense of things, okay? Because I feel like there could have been an energy of things not necessarily, and they may still not make sense. But I think that as you continue to kind of go within on this, right, um, and really analyze everything, like this truth is going to balance something out for you, something within you here. I also feel as though the divine is encouraging you to not necessarily give him any more energy, right? To really kind of hold back from this, but to there's this energy of calling your power back, because I feel like for some reason this person may still have some sort of power over you. And it's like bit by bit, piece by piece, I feel like you're calling your power back. Yeah, because it seems like it was very toxic. Very toxic. Not the fight, but also the marriage as well, right? It was very restrictive. It was very, this person may have been kind of controlling in some type of ways. Um, I really feel like this is somebody who possibly somebody that you've dealt with for lifetimes. Okay? And there's this energy of, yeah, healing. No, I don't want you to worry about being punished. Do not be worried about being punished for defending yourself. Okay? This is somebody that I feel like possibly is very manipulative with their energy, okay, with their words, with their, um, yeah, um, what does maybe need to know about? Look at this. We have the Six of Swords. And is that not a woman with a child in a boat moving away to calmer waters? There is something significant about the person though in the boat, right? Rowing it. It's this, okay. So every encounter that you have with him, I feel like is an energy of you slowly calling your power back. Because I do feel like this person still has, it's like still has their claws in you a little bit, or still has, you know what I mean? Like, So it feels like a process, but I do believe that you are going to certainly, yeah. The best thing that you can do is to put as much focus, take all the focus away from this person and put as much focus into your child, right? Um, and not to say that you're not doing that, right? But this is what's really going to help you release this con I feel like this control, or this, like, because somebody only has as much power over you as you allow them. But if this is somebody, you know what I mean? It's a mind game is what it feels like, you know? Um, and it takes time. So I also want you to be patient and kind with yourself. And know that you will never be punished for defending yourself, okay? Now, if you go out of your way to be, causing problems, that's different. But if you're just defending yourself, you're just trying to get your life back, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And I do believe that you're going to have victory over this, and I do believe that the tables will turn one day, someday soon, okay? This is a process. Keep working on yourself. You're doing a good job. All right? Okay. Uh, born with a call. Are you Melanie? Perfect. Okay, what's your question? And then door of lore. I do have some spots I'll put you on for a free one, because some other people donated to give away. So I'll put you in there. But we're going to start with Melanie. Okay. What does Melanie need to know, please, at this time? What does Melanie need to know, please? Okay. So I heard something about like the source of either like your sadness or somebody else's sadness. I'm not sure if this is your energy or somebody else's. I'm assuming it's yours. But there's like this with the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups here, right? This is it doesn't have to be like a consistent sadness, right? But maybe it's not even like a prevalent sadness that you're feeling, but it could be like a stuck energy, right? There's an energy. It has to do with the sharpness of somebody from when you're a child. Okay, we have this King of Swords energy, or I don't know if this person was a father, a mother, right? But this person was very sharp and to the point. And like there was no fun. There was no, I feel like there was no joy. It was just, very serious and very, like, this is almost like a military energy of, spick and span, keep everything clean. And you know what I mean? Like, and if it's not quite that, but that's just what I'm picking up on with this King of Swords energy of, it's almost like you couldn't be a child, right? And so there's this energy of, you know, with this Nine of Swords and this Five of Cups, it's because it's coming from your inner child who was desiring very much so to be a child. To enjoy life, to have fun, right? This person taught you that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who this is, but it's like this energy of like, obviously we have to be smart, we have to be responsible and things like that. But it feels like you can't relax, or you can't enjoy things, or you can't, be playful, or, and that it's this person. This is the source of it. And that's what you need to know. You need to go within and forgive this person. Understand why they are the way that they are, right? This person probably could have been raised the same, or, they were developed in some sort of manner the same, right? Gain this perception and understanding around this person and why they are the way that they are. One of my favorite things to do when I'm forgiving somebody, is to introduce my inner child to their inner child, because they really connect on a deeper level. And there's this energy of being able to release at that point. Yeah. Just keep in mind that people are made into assholes. They weren't born that way, right? So chances are he really doesn't want to be an asshole either. He's probably also just very miserable in his own mind, searching for joy and all of that too, right? But it doesn't have to affect you. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, you know? And at that point, you know, he had to step up, right? You're welcome. I love you so much. Proud of you. Okay. Door of Lore, and then I have two other free spots, and then we'll go from there. Sorry. I need to go take another mojo or something. You know what? I might do that. I'll be right back. Door of Lore, put your question. I'll be right back. So I can focus. Anybody has the neurospiciness, You know, I love these Mojos. Brain boost, energy and focus, productivity, mental clarity. It's got lion's mane, cordyceps, ginseng, uh, and theanine. Anyways, love these. Live by these. Well, I don't live by them. I also don't take them every day. But, because sometimes I take 2 a day. I don't think they taste very good. I'll tell you that. I don't really like the way it tastes. Did Dora Flora leave? I felt... Woo! Yuck. Anyways. Yeah, but these are gummies. They should taste good. They don't, though. It's okay. I'm not tripping. I'll deal with it. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that Dora Flora left. Test of patience. So I have 3 spots open if anybody wants a freebie. Ooh, 11. 11 people viewing and 11 likes. I love that. There were 3 people there were 2 people that sent in donations for 3 people to have a free reading, because we have a beautiful community here that gives to each other. So if anybody wants a free reading, it's already been paid for. There's a white butterfly that really just has been hanging out over here today. And I love him. Okay, so I'm not going to try to pronounce that. If you want to tell me your name and then what is your question, and I'd be happy. I always get freaked out by mispronouncing people's names. Nice to meet you, Mike. My son's name is Michael. Oh, I love that, Melanie. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, maybe this is a breakthrough for you guys. I'm feeling all emotional now. All right. What's going on at the campground? So you go to the campground. It is my pleasure. It really is. So you go to the campground physically, but you want to know what's going on there spiritually. Am I understanding correctly, Mike? My son's name is Michael, and so is my dad's name. Good name. Hey, Lunatic. Okay, got it. All right. So Mike wants to know what is going on at the campground spiritually. Ooh, whoa. I just picked up on some serious, like, native energy. Like Native American. Okay, tell me. Like, that came through like a... like a... a wrecking ball is what it feels like. Like, woo! Okay. So Mike need to know about the campground spiritually. Okay, there's this energy where I feel like that land, Mike, it almost feels as though at one point it was taken. And it could be from the Native Americans. It could be even after, like, even like long past, like, that time. Okay. Because I'm kind of, the way my view of timelines is everything is existing all at once, past, present, future. And so I'm really picking up on this energy in which there's a lot of Native American energy that is like claiming the land back in a spiritual way. Okay, so you may be witnessing or experiencing this spiritual warfare, because it's like there's like this energy of like reclaiming the land. Like, I don't know, it's almost like a haunting, if you will. Like, I don't want to say it's like being haunted, but kind of at the same time. There's something about like the and it may not even have to do with like the campers, right? Like, if you're at a campground, I feel like it has everything to do with I feel like that land is owned by, is managed or ran or something by the wrong people. The wrong person has possession of that, and there's this energy of, and I don't know how to explain it other than, because chances are that maybe the people that own it rightfully bought it and all of that. So I don't know how, but this is what it feels like. It feels like reclaiming, like almost like this energy coming and like scaring away the wrong people. Does that make sense? So I don't know if it's the owners, I don't know if it's the campers, I don't know if it's just people mistreating the land, I don't know what, but it's very sacred land, it feels like. And And I feel like the ancestors, or like the, is reclaiming it, and really kind of in their own way getting rid of the energies that are not meant to be there. Yeah, like balancing the scales. Almost like it was given to the wrong person. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So spiritually, there's a battle happening. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. What can you do? Let's see. Is there anything that Mike can do to... honestly, you can't stop these scales from balancing, okay? The best thing that you can do is, I don't know that you're necessarily in, it's almost like this energy of, you may not, let's see. Okay, is there anything Mike can do to help, or to, we have the Seven of Wands, that's defending. That is like backing them up in the physical type of energy, and I don't know what you would do or how you would do that. The best thing that you can do, I feel like, is tap into the energy and let them know that you're there for the right reasons, and ask them what they need from you. Is there any offering that you can give them? Is there anything that you can do to help them achieve what it is that they're trying to achieve? And it could be as simple as cleaning up the land, right? It could be as simple as, I don't know, but there's this energy of, I do feel like the way that they came through, I feel like they want to connect with you for sure. But it feels like there's really, basically it feels like whoever did the wrong thing knows that. And it's like, don't put this weight in your hands, right? Just go be the light that you are, really. Yeah. But there's, I mean, if you mean appease by stop, there's nothing you can do to stop this from balancing out. Nothing you can do to stop this. They're taking their land back. You're very welcome. Yeah, Troy. Yep. Okay, so we've got 2 more free spots. Does anybody else want a free one? They will be not mad when they have their justice. And you just need to know that there's, don't take offense to it, right? As long as you didn't have a hand in it, don't take offense to it, right? Be an aid if you can, right? Connect to them and to see if there's anything that you can do for them. But honestly, the ancestors are coming back with a vengeance in all areas. It's time for the scales to balance. Yeah. Yeah, and there is something about an offering, though. The Six of Pentacles. I picked up on that earlier, right? So I don't know, maybe tap into it, meditate, and see if there's anything that, I'm seeing like flowers, I'm seeing like maybe even like nuts, like, like peanuts or almonds or like pecans or like stash, like nuts, right? Like, or, I'm also seeing like grain, right? Um, so, things like that. Yeah, Troy. They're sick of it. They're sick of it. You're so welcome. For some reason, I want to say pretty cool, huh? I don't know why. Me too, Troy. Me too. Okay. Um, no, Flo. Actually, I have 2 free spots open. I'm waiting for 2 people to claim the free spots. Awesome. What you need to know, Flo? Oh, going back to the stick. You too, Mike. All right. Oh, Flo, they're immediately reminding me of a message that I picked up on yesterday during the Patreon reading. I think it was. They all run together. But there was this message that came through, and it was actually talking about drive and motivation very specifically. Okay? And the message was, in the past, I'm going to pull some cards on this, but I am going to share this here. In the past, a lot of us, our drive and our motivation was actually fight or flight. It was out of survival. And you've made a commitment to healing, right? And so there's this energy of your nervous system is resting and realigning at this time, okay? And so that because you have stepped out of fight or flight, right, and you're resting and realigning, you are losing your drive and your motivation, but it will come back, and it actually will come back differently. Okay, it will come back in a more flow state. Okay, so let me get a couple cards though for you, Flo, because I feel like, yeah, look, the Hangman, exactly. It's because you're healing. That it will come back. There's nothing that you need to do other than continue going within and healing. Okay, right now, what needs to be done will get done. All right. Society tells us that we've got to, make sure that everything is done spick and span perfect all the time, right? And that helps keep you in fight or flight, right? So it's like, yeah. All right, let me get a couple cards for Flo, though. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. You're reflecting. You're healing. That you're perfectly fine. Do Do not try to strive into this. Do not try to push yourself. Do not try to, when the time is right, when the motivation and the energy is, when your nervous system is, back up and feeling good and feeling refreshed and aligned with a higher vibration, a higher frequency, you'll know. You'll feel it. It'll be fine. Okay. And also, I need to tell you that you're not going to be in this forever, right? It may seem like it's lasting forever, but you're safe, and everything is fine. Yeah, you're right where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. Love you, Michelle. Yeah. So, yep. You can just let it go. Let it go. Okay? Because trust me, I channeled that, and it reminded me, actually, I went through a very similar experience. There was, a time where I was like, and I felt the same way. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I used to be a go-getter, right? Like, and it was straight out of fight or flight, right? But, there was a time where, while I was really like deep in the healing, deep in the shadow, right? Really in this rest and rejuvenate stage, where I would get down on myself and hard on myself because I'm like, why aren't you're healing? Why aren't you keeping up with life? Well, because, you don't need to all the time, right? It's important to take care of your vessel, and that's what you're doing. It's important to take care of your mental and your emotional and your spiritual health, and that's what you're doing. And so all of that, and once I came out of that, I'll tell you, the drive and the motivation came right back, and I cleaned everything up, redecorated the house, cleaned the garage, like in a matter of like weeks. So you're safe. It'll come back. I love that. I love that so much. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And I have one more free spot, I think. If not, we're going to give it away anyways. Who would like a free one? Sorry, folks. It's getting better. I love you so much, Flo. You're doing such a good job. And you really are doing, the hard work, right? Shadow work is hard work. Healing is hard work. It doesn't seem like it, right? Because people look at hard work as like manual labor and rough and tough. No. It takes real strength to allow yourself to be vulnerable and emotional and, to feel the pain. I'm hearing all over again, just so you can understand it from a different perception, right? Proud of you. You know what? It's funny you bring that up, Melanie, because I thought about that earlier. That had actually totally left my awareness until recently. And I also haven't had any volunteers lately. And if anyone emailed me like a long time ago when I first announced it, and I didn't get back to you or whatever, and that is my fault. I dropped the ball, but I just also haven't, you know what I mean? Like, I did reach out to a couple other people again or whatever, but um, it just, like, quite literally uh, left my left my awareness until recently. So if anybody wants to volunteer for that, I would be happy to do it again. I just haven't had anybody email recently, and then again, like I said, there, like when I was on a roll with those, um, people were showing up every week, and it was perfect, and then it stops, and sometimes I just trust the process, right? But then there was a couple that I like reached out to, and then I didn't hear back from them, so I just let it go. So yeah, I'm certainly open to it and down with it. I just yeah. Thank you. Well, no pressure. If you feel guided to do so, that would be wonderful. Um, I just trust the process, and I've always found that if you plant a seed and then you let it go, and if it comes back and it grows into fruition, then beautiful. But if not, then okay. And it's really funny. When I was younger, I used to, now I know better, right? But I used to really admire like Ellen and Oprah. Like I always wanted to have like a talk show, especially one where I could give stuff away, right? I always used to get so emotional when they would give things to people who really deserve them, right? And it was just like such a, like, I'm like little, right? And I'm just like sitting there crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, right? That's one of my dreams. But yeah. So anyways, if it comes back, it comes back. But it would be super cool to have I think a talk show. I think that would be so cool. Thank you. Well, I know I'd have at least one viewer, and that's all that matters, right? I don't know if the on TV they would keep me on for one view, but to me it'd be worth it. Yeah, podcasts are in. They really are. A podcast would be cool too. I'd be down with that. Because I do get kind of, you want to know what something's really funny? Like these, I can do, like these live personals like this, because I can't see you looking at me. It flows perfect. But I've had somebody sit across this table from me, and I had a hard time doing a reading. It's, so with a podcast, I wouldn't be able to see people looking at me. Thank you. I'm accepting it, and I come from a lot of very religious background, and it's not that I was necessarily ever very religious, but I was surrounded by a lot of people who had very you know strict beliefs, and so I'm still learning to believe in myself, to be honest with you. Thanks, Shelley. But you guys really help. Like, you help so much. So much. And your belief in me, it's like I'm always reminded, especially, by Yeshua specifically, that, he always is reminding me that people in his hometown never believed in him, right? And his gifts never worked there. And, you know, so this energy of, those people may never believe in me, but that doesn't matter because that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for God, and I'm doing it for you guys. And for me. And for my kids. I love that, Shelly. Yeah, I just, you know, the whole thing earlier is like, stability, mostly for my daughter. Michael wouldn't give a shit if we moved again, right? You know what I mean? Um, but Zyla would, and I don't know. Not that I'm thinking about moving, but I'm worried. I'm worried we may have to. Yeah, it's not about necessarily the money for me. It's just having a stable foundation for them, you know? There was something else too that I thought about after that live that I wanted to tell you guys, but now I can't remember. It'll come. Thank you. They are literally everything to me. Um, and I just feel so blessed. I often think about you know, like how cool is that God chose me, right? And that they chose me, them both, Zyla and Michael and Maui and Jasper, right? Like chose me to look over them and to help them navigate this earthly experience. And I feel so fucking honored, and I think I put a lot of pressure on myself because good Lord, I do not want them to, first of all, I don't want them to experience, I know they're going to experience their own, they signed up for their own things, and I know that, and I can't control everything, and I can't protect them from everything because they have their own things that they need to go through. Um, and also I have this huge, like, I know that I have had to walk away from my parents, and I don't want them to do that to me ever. Because I think it might just kill me. No, I don't know. And so then I go into this internal battle of, well, did I do the right thing walking away from my parents? But then I'm reminded that, your children, when they grow up, they treat you how you treated them outside of anything that has to do with survival, right? How did you treat your children outside of dinner time or outside of, taking care of the necessities, right? That's what happens, is that energy is returned. And so then it makes sense. And then I just make sure that I focus on them, right? And, you know, oh, Okay. Shelly, and then we have Kendra as well. Okay, so Shelly. Alright. Mom and Dad, what does Shelly need to know? Well, just what I need to know. I'm almost getting this energy of like, I really want to say like sit back and watch and like maybe almost grab your popcorn, Shelly, but let's see. Yeah, I feel like there's a battle that's already been won. Five of Swords. You know, this is energies walking away, right? This is you reclaiming something here. Judgment. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I feel like somebody's being forced to walk away. Or being, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like your hard work is paying off here, Knight of Pentacles. There's this energy, you know, this Ten of Wands. Somebody's having to like take all their burdens and walk away. It feels like it's almost like the battle's been won, and it's like the divine just really needs you to watch it play out. That's your handiwork. Something also about SpongeBob. What was that SpongeBob laugh? Also something about your handiwork. Um, uh, and now I'm seeing Squidward. Interesting. But, yeah. Yeah, Page of Wands. Sit back and watch, babe. Because, uh-huh. Yeah, because somebody's getting left out here. Okay? It's almost like this energy of like you can pass the torch to them, right? I think you're going to be celebrating here soon. I do. And you know, with this Page of Cups, it almost makes me feel like it's like this energy. You know, there's a fish in that cup. It's like you're expecting the cup to be overflowing with water, but not only is it going to be overflowing with water, but also you get this extra bonus fish. Okay, probably not literally a fish, but you get it. Yeah, justice. Yep. Yep. I heard you've done all that you need to do. The Squidward? I don't either, but I saw him in my eye. My third eye. That's probably a part of it. Celebration. Yes. Squidward. He is, I bet the character will seem very, for some reason I feel like will feel very familiar to you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Could it have been an email, Michelle? Okay, is Kendra here? I agree. Because he's all like, just, he just feels like life sucks, right? And Squidward's very high vibrational, SpongeBob is very high vibrational and childlike, right? And Squidward's just like miserable with his life. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, perfect. Yep. But I know you'll still do your own research because I'm sure you'll find something else too. Or maybe you won't. You don't have to. So we still have yeah, that's true. So we have two freebies open still then. Does anybody want one? Does anybody want one? This is a sponge show. It's just a free reading. Just a free, quick, personal. That's all. That's all. Just be patient with yourself, Hayden. Okay? I should have a booth. There's this place local. It's actually a part of it is a bar and part of it is a dispensary, and they allow like private vendors to come in, and I have thought about going up there and but again, like I said, I like here I can't see you looking at me, right? And so it takes away the pressure. It's like if I see somebody looking at me, right? I'm like, okay, so they're like, I don't know why it's like that. I can't see you, and so it just flows, and but again, like I said, there was this one time I had somebody who was coming to give like a quote for some new windows, and he asked to come in the house and use the restroom, and I was like, sure. And he saw the tarot cards, and he was like, and I have a reading, and I was like, sure. And he was sitting right across from me, and I was so nervous. And it was like I feel like I didn't do nearly as well as I do here. So yeah, it makes me nervous to do that. Yeah, it's a bar and a dispensary like in one. Uh, it's a pretty cool place. All the people that work there are really nice. Um, I've been to the bar side one time. I had a child-free night. I don't drink, but I went and I tried out their food. They their food's not that great. And I got a drink, like a water, I think it was, or something like that. Um, Sometimes I occasionally still go to the dispensary side, um, but I am at a point where, you know, choosing sobriety, if you will. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Yeah, that could be indigo. Indigo, did you want a reading? I'm sorry if I missed that. I'd be happy to. I got 2 free spots. Okay, what's your question? You guys are the best. Like, literally the best. Also, as a reader, I can feel um, the disbelief too, just as much as I can feel the belief, right? So that also too makes me stutter a little sometimes. Don't be sorry. Weird is the best. Hey, Otto. Nope, it's not. I listen, Indigo. Um, Kat, you can donate as little or as much as you'd like, but also I have a free spot too. One more free spot. But Indigo, okay, you are coming into a perception, like a knowing and understanding of that, like it's literally all existing at once. Um, so while you say it's hard to explain, I understand what you mean because it's almost like you're experiencing the same lifetime. It's like there's something about you recognizing the people in this lifetime and where like the same, like who they were in a past lifetime too. Like it's almost like, but also it's all existing at once, right? And so your current life, it's like these same energies that were in this old life, but it's okay. So yes, okay. But I want to get you some cards on this, on how to navigate this, right? I just want you to know that I understand what you mean. All right, how does Indigo navigate these past life wounds, these past life traumas? So we have the Tower crossing the Moon card, right? This is you. This is you kind of tapping into this energy here, okay? So there's this energy. Oh, okay. 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 So to navigate this is to, it's like what they're kind of giving me is this energy of, so you're being shown these past lives, right? And I feel like there's this energy, it's like the divine is trying to show you who each person is in your current lifetime. how they've manifested in your current lifetime, right? So somebody that could have, I feel like what the word that's coming to mind is persecution, okay? Some sort of persecution in the past. The divine is wanting to show you who this person is in your current life, and to navigate that shadow, to move through that, is to actually, is to actually forgive the person that they are like connecting those dots to in this current lifetime, because actually it's the same energy, it's the same soul, it's the same. And so if you're able to forgive what they've done in this lifetime by gaining a higher perception, they're also telling me, right, that this energy, it's like that you guys have had this contract for many lifetimes, right? And so it's this understanding and knowing that actually, although this person was doing some type of persecution, right, or people, or whatever it is, uh, you really signed up for that, for your own soul's growth, right? So understanding and knowing, that this has been going on for lifetimes in order to really reclaim your power. It's almost like this energy of like you set yourself up for many, many lifetimes to go through something, to experience something, so that when you call back your power from this, like all at once, right? It's almost like you've been like like dropping breadcrumbs, right? Like it's giving Hansel and Gretel, right? For you to collect all of that back at once during this time while we're reclaiming our power as a collective. Um, is this helpful? Is this making sense? Yeah, perfect. It's like this energy, like let me give you an example from like the other day. I kind of had this very similar experience where I was meditating and I was vibing, and really tapping in, and Maui was laying down next to me, and like there was this moment where I realized Maui has been with me every single fucking life, like literally. And it's almost like there was this moment where I realized, like, and it's all existing at one time. I don't know how to explain it other than that, like other than like, and that's just one example. But like he's always been a protector of mine in many lifetimes. But I don't know. I probably sound wacko right now, but yeah, it's almost like I could feel the lifetime where, I had Maui when I was young, and we were on, and at that time it was, I'm hearing like an Indian reserve, but at that time it was our home, right? And also I was able to tap into, like one of the biggest reasons why Maui gets so scared, and it's because Maui and I were together when our like tribe was invaded, and you know what I mean? And so yeah. Um but it was almost like we were in that, you know what I mean? Like in that time. It was really interesting. Yeah, yeah, no, it's totally the ego that wants to make sense of it. Totally, but I can, you can feel it in your heart, the realness of it, right? It was like in that moment, we were in our tent, right? And all of a sudden, we're being invaded, and it was like, okay, now this makes a hell of a lot of sense, right? or tent or whatever it's called. I really need to do my research on my on some lineage and stuff. Oh. Yeah, and so then I started branching out too, right, into my children and into my parents and into, you know what I mean? And so then I was able to see, okay, so, I get it. He certainly is my knight. And it's funny because I always, Jakey D, right? Them having the same birthday, they have very similar personalities. It's weird to compare a dog to a human, but in ways, right? But did I ever tell you the story how I met Jakey D? Yes. Yes, definitely, Indigo. I am. Thank you. That was actually part of today's trauma spotting for me. It was part of her energy. She's done a lot of projecting onto me in this lifetime. A lot. A lot, a lot. Unknowingly. Actually, probably knowingly. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But I think at a certain point, she knew what she was doing. But I forgive her for uh, basically running from her own pain, you know? So when Jakey D and I met, we were in high school, and because he passed not long after we graduated in a car accident. He was drinking and driving, as one should not do. But the night that we met, I was new to this school, um, and I was invited to a Halloween party. And I took a date, somebody that I had known before. He and I had like as much of a situationship that you could have in high school, right? But, and his name actually was also Corey, kind of funny. But I took him to this Halloween party, and my date ended up, the host of the party, they ended up kind of going off on their own, and then I was there by myself. And suddenly, Jakey D, I had never met him before, right? But he came up to me and, was like, let's get out of here. And I was like, let's do that. After that, we were almost inseparable for several months. Yeah. So he was my knight also. He made me feel at home in a new school and a new environment. And yeah. We dated a little bit. We were not together when he passed away, but we were friends. But I appreciate you, Indigo, because yeah, it's, and there, when I could tell that even she was still even up to it, even after the funeral, she was still doing the same shit, and I just had to shake my head. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was a very, very, very handsome boy. I do miss him, but I know that he's with me all the time, right? Like I can feel him in my heart. Um, you know, he was a leader. He was a go-getter. He was silly. He was funny. He was just a bright light. You know what I mean? Like, um, and he was so kind, and you know, he was somebody who he had actually never met his father, so him and his mother were very close, and I he just was, yeah, he was everything. And honestly, when he passed away, I'm sure people looked at me like I was insane by how heartbroken that I was by that, especially because we had only known each other for a very short amount of time. But my God, I was tore up. Um, but I've actually seen, like, when I was pregnant with Zyla, I saw, you know, actually I don't think I was pregnant with Zyla yet, but I was living in the apartment that I got pregnant with Zyla. Um, There's one night I was coming home from work and it was raining, and I think it was probably a rough day. Um, he used to fuck with my roommate, but I know why now because she was not a very good friend. I thought she was a friend. I don't think she was a very good friend. But anyways, uh, and I was coming into the neighborhood, and you know, he used to always do the peace sign, and I saw him. I saw him standing on the sidewalk in the middle of the rain, just like this, you know, and then he was gone. But I feel him. I know he's there. Yeah, yeah, yep. And I know, yeah, and but I know that I feel like it was probably. I know that he went to the other side for a reason, you know, when he did. But he was one cool dude. One cool dude. Very kind. Didn't give a fuck what anybody thought. I used to, so he was in this, like, you know, the program in high school where you, like, leave half day and then go learn a trade? He was in that. And he was in mechanics. And, and I would always, skip lunch to go, you know, hang out with him. Till I got caught. Then I did it anyways. No, thank you, Flo. I feel like that too. Um, and I am actually grateful for the slow growth, because, you know, even just like last year when, you know, when I went from 1,500 to 15,000 subscribers in a matter of maybe a month, you know, that was overwhelming. That was a lot of pressure, and it actually, you know, it was two steps forward and it sent me, you know, a step back. And there was, you know, that you know, self-sabotage came up, right? Like, and all sorts. So I'm grateful every day for the slow growth because, I know my shadow couldn't handle it if it wasn't like that. Um, Yeah, yeah. It happened so fast, so fast. And I was so excited, but also so very overwhelmed, you know. But I needed that. I needed this last year to, you know, again, love myself more and remove, you know, dive into the shadow more and really learn some more lessons and learn boundaries and still yet with the people pleasing and over giving and you know, things like that. And I've learned a lot. And you know, I've battled this year very much so. And it may seem silly, but like with smoking weed, right? Like that was my crutch. That was my almost my way of self sabotaging in some way. And I have no hate towards marijuana because it honestly was very helpful in a lot of situations. But uh, and I don't know why it seems so significant that I feel like I need to talk about it. But um, you know, part of that I feel like too is complex trauma. You know, and people projecting that I will never get anywhere if I'm, you know what I mean? Like it's like this idea. People have this, you know, people from my past have this idea of you know, quote unquote, I'm hearing very specifically pot smokers. I don't call it pot. um, but you know, it's a mix of both, right? It's so because actually a lot of my cousins, that's what they do. They smoke pot. Um, but they're, you know, I don't know. Uh, who am I channeling right now? But I don't know a lot about their lives. I don't know how far they've come or if they're in the same spot or what. None of my business. But it's a trauma thing. I agree. It is very I feel like it's such a good thing, but I too also um my neurospicy I hyper fixate, right? Um and it was a way of me controlling the way that I feel. It was a way of me having trying to have control as well. And so it's like you know, but I there for a while I would literally like be so hard on myself. Like so hard on myself. Again, it's that perfectionism, right? And it's like yeah, I agree. And there's actually so hyperfixate. No, I would do that, right? So the ADHD and then also the little bit of tism that I experience is, you know, I get I form a hobby or I do something right, and I either like do it to the max, right? Also, Earth Angels do that as well, but you know, I do it to the max, right? So it's about having healthier habits to do to the max because and also just releasing codependency as well, right? So there's a lot to that for me. I think that one day maybe I'll get back to a point where maybe I can, you know, enjoy an edible occasionally or, um, I also have found that there are the things that you can pour into your water. Yeah, David. I also, because it helps just slow the mind down, right? But again, it's that codependency. But also, there's an energy too of releasing, releasing projections, right? The way that people viewed me. So it's a mix of a lot of different things that created this internal battle with me with marijuana, right? Like, uh, yes. So I actually have a free spot open left to do a reading. Um, but yeah, so it's a lot as far as that goes, but I have no hate towards marijuana. And I just I just want to make sure that I don't fuck up. That's it. And I know that failing is a part of life, and it's not, you can't really fail, right? Especially if you get back up. But again, um, and it's not that it ever took over like my priorities or anything like that. Like, I'm not one of those that will like totally, uh, you know, like I'll pay the power bill before I go buy marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But like, it's not like an addiction like that, right? But because I experienced that. That's actually what I went through with Adderall, right? Was feeling that I needed that more. But I love that, Indigo. Okay, Ellie. Excuse me. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I'm really proud of myself because I have had access to some of the drink things. Like, I have some, but I haven't been, because used to I would just, I was in that codependency, smoke them if you got them, right? Something to keep my hands busy. Something, it was like a busy thing too, right? Like, oh, I don't have anything to do, right? Or, oh, I feel like I need a break, or, oh, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself because I know exactly where they are and I haven't touched them. And I don't know that I will, or if I will, or who knows? Who knows? Okay, what does Allie need to know about what's on her heart right now? What does Allie need to know about what's on her heart at this time? Yeah, I also like microdosing mushrooms. Like I have these, but this is different kind of mushrooms. Um, I haven't actually done like the microdosing of the other mushrooms in a long time. But that's always fun to do for like a, for like a week. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't hurt you. Like you don't, I don't, but it's like this energy of, I was using it to self-regulate. And the divine says, no, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. Sorry. All right, Allie, I'm back to you. And I agree. I don't want it to be a crutch, and I don't want to use it to self-regulate. I'd actually like to enjoy it sometimes. So, and I also want to, I don't want my children to, um, not that they're necessarily exposed to it, but, people pick up on things, right? All right. What does Allie need to know, please? You know what? This is the second time I asked, and I keep hearing shh. So I feel like there's something that it's like whatever this is. There's something about not quite seeing the whole picture yet. Okay, and I feel like yeah, whatever this is, I feel like there's like more to learn. There's more to about the situation or about, and I also feel like there's perceptions here. Okay, um, like higher level perceptions. Because I feel like that it's like some type of exposure here, possibly, or something like that. But it's like there's this Page of Swords energy, right? And the Page of Cups, right? So it makes me feel like you're kind of, it's like this just beginning of this understanding. Not to say that it's like you're just now learning whatever this is, or you're just now, but I feel like there's something, this King of Swords here. It's like this is, there's a, like a higher perception here, okay? Because for some reason, I feel like if you were to um, take action at this time, it's like you're not ready, okay? And that's okay, right? That's not demeaning in any type of way, right? And that the readiness will come in divine timing. Um, and honestly, I feel like by the time you gain this higher perception, I feel like the way that you would go about it, what you would even say, if you even say anything, because there's almost like, I feel like there's this understanding that whatever this exposure is, or something like that, I feel like this will expose itself um, in due time. I'm also feeling a lot right here, like a lot of pressure. Okay, so if you're also feeling that, I would certainly tap into that and sit with that, right? Because there's information in here for you, okay, about this situation or about whatever it is. I don't know how you. What do you mean your babies are being harmed? I mean, I'll fight the boogeyman. I'll fight Bigfoot. I'll fight anybody. I'll go to the end of the earth for my children. Love you, Indigo. Right, like if it's regarding your babies, like we're about to throw hands. No, I don't know. Your children have been missing for 8 weeks. I don't know what SRA is. Yeah, I've never even been in a fight, but when it comes to my kids, I'll I'm going to teach myself in the moment. Oh, you're dealing with a narcissist here. Okay. I see what you're I see. I see. I mean, I can't deny the message that I received. So I would say that this higher perception is probably not going to be delayed for too awfully long. I feel like there's this energy, like I said, if you're feeling something, like I felt it right here, right? And it makes sense. It's like something that you were missing, but you need to see it, not me. Um, so there's this energy of get out of your mind and get into your body and get centered and spend some time with God to gain this higher perception in order to know what to do next. Because I feel like this, and like I said, I feel like this energy is going to end up exposing itself. Yeah, as within, so without. Keep in mind, in situations, it's very clear to me that your stress levels are very high right now, reasonably so. Okay, and that's why I feel like there's this energy of you needing to, uh, take some time here. Okay, And I'm not talking about days or weeks or anything like that, but just center yourself. Okay? So you can get your mind right here, right? Because right now you're thinking like a Page of Swords. The divine needs you to be in this King of Swords energy, right? Page of Swords is young-minded. We need you in the King of Swords. Work smarter, not harder, babe. And yeah, yeah, me too. I get it. I understand. But the stress, the cortisol will have you running in circles and it will wear you the fuck out. And that's why the divine is saying you've got to get your mind clear. Okay? Release any resentment from the father. Okay? You're not fighting this to fight him, right? You're fighting this to protect your children. I get that. Yeah, I understand. How old are your kids? 4 and 2. Hmm. Little babes. Always keep in mind that kids are resilient. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to make light of your situation. I'm trying to help you recenter. Okay? Yep. We will definitely be sending prayers for you and the babes. You're welcome. You gotta know those babies are protected anyways, but absolutely. May not seem like it in the physical, but again, I'm not trying to be insensitive because trust me, I would be in the same position that you are. if anything were to happen. I'm just trying to hold that space to bring you back into homeostasis so that you can think clearly, right? Also, understand and know that everyone signs up for exactly what is happening, right? Even them. Even they chose their father, they chose, this experience, okay? And just like you got to know that they're not alone. And you have to know that the scales will always be balanced. I also love to be barefoot. So do my kids. Yeah, I can feel it right in here. Focus on that. Take some time. Go, get out into nature. Tune everything out. Get out of your head and drop into your body. What is your heart telling you? You can do it. Proud of you. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to it's also keep in mind that divine timing is, you know, at play here too, right? And I know, your human mind is saying there's no time, there's no time, there's no time, right? And you feel rushed. And I understand. But the right person in the right position is going to come along and help you with this. Hey, Arkansas. What is your question? What's crazy about the tornadoes? We'll definitely be sending prayers for sure. I get it. Always remember, as within, so without. Right? As above, so below. Okay? That, again, it sounds insensitive, especially when it comes to children. So you gotta know that they're okay. And they're gonna be okay. Or more than okay. Alright? Yeah, Shelly, I like that. 3, 4, 5 on the timer. There was 22 and then 33. You got to make sure you do for you first, right? And you can't do anything for the, like, yeah. It starts with you, babe. It starts with you, okay? Hey, David. So the donation information is actually in the description box. There's a Cash App. There is Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. I almost forgot. Yeah, I agree, Shelly. This is a spiritual war. I know it's manifested in the physical, but it's a spiritual war that you're experiencing, Allie. Okay? And how do you fight spiritual wars and spiritual battles? Spiritually. As within, so without. As above, so below. Well, that's why you got to go within and reclaim that power. With spirit guns. Pew, pew, pew! With truth. That's how you fight a spiritual battle, right? So, but again, you got to get they're reminding me the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, okay? You got to get your mind in the right spot, okay? So I'm not saying that your mind is necessarily in the wrong spot, but a lot of stress, high cortisol, will have you um, thinking misaligned, okay? Oh, David. That's nice. Call me what you want, but don't call me late for dinner. I love that, Christina. There's also, isn't the new Twister coming out? Remember that movie? Ooh, haunted. That's cool. Yeah. It also says 2234 right here. Mallie, you got this. Yeah, you can ask whatever you want. It doesn't have to be yes or no. And then after this one, I'm probably going to go because I have a session at 4:15. And I would like a wee bit of rest. And by a wee bit, I mean like 10 minutes. 15 minutes. But then my day is done. My day is done for. Oh yeah, flow, yeah. No passed over loved ones. Ooh, I don't think I can handle that. It's been a long day. I'm telling you, this ear is really bothering me. Okay. Do you mind telling me what your name is? really need to eat, but we'll do that. Zyla's wanting a fried chicken salad, and I agree. So that's what we will be doing. Stacy, okay, cool. All right. What does Stacy need to know, please? Holy Spirit, Gloria, what does Stacy need to know? Okay. So I don't know what this is about, but there's an energy, the divine saying that you can release something here or someone, or there's something about like I feel like letting go, or because there's a cycle that's not starting again, right? There's something that's not beginning again. There's something that's not, but it's good. Excuse me. It's meant to be this way, okay? And so I don't know if it's something that maybe you were, I don't know if you like had hopes for it, or maybe you were worried about something, or but I feel like you can, I don't know, something's not starting again, okay? And it's like I feel like I don't know. Again, you can move to calmer waters here, okay? Um, or you need to, or I don't know if it's about moving to calmer waters or just releasing something here. It may feel like it's a missed opportunity, right, with this cycle not starting over again, but there's something new that the divine is bringing forward to you, okay? It like I feel like you may be feeling a little bit disappointment or something like that, right? And you may be kind of in your head about it a little bit, Stacy, but whatever's not starting again this cycle, it's actually it's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. Okay? Um I got a couple more. Yeah, maybe a partnership or a connection or something like that. I'm not sure. But always know that, I don't know if this is a cycle that maybe you're thinking about it, right? I don't know. Should I start this again or should I not? No. No. No, no, no. Okay, because it could be that somebody might be coming back around because they feel like they've had a missed opportunity. I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's romantic or what. Um, but yeah, and this person, yeah, they may be watching you or something, but no. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so I don't, yeah, yeah. I feel like things will balance out for you. Things will balance out for you here. They sure will. Okay. And we have an Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. I feel like you're manifesting something from your past. Not someone, something that you desired in the past. Yeah. Yeah, you're bringing it to fruition here. But it's always about alignment, right? Part of that is maybe this indecision. The divine said, let me make this decision for you. No more juggling. Hold back. Right? It almost feels like out of obligation or something like that. You're not obligated. Okay? You know the truth. You know the truth. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I hope that was helpful, my dear. My dears. Also, shout out to Yvonne for the coffee. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Boogie. What's you up to? Nothing? Alright, guys. It is time for me to go. But thank you. Thank you to everyone who has been here and hung out with us and donated and just chilled and vibed and chatted and supported each other and doing all the things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zyla says thank you too. Her hair's this beautiful color purple right now. She's gorgeous and matches her shirt, her insane clown posse shirt. But okay, I must get to my next session. I love you guys. Yeah, Zyla, she has all kinds of nicknames. Pumpkin Little, Boogie, Doodlebug, Zai, and usually Michael's just Bubby. Not just Bubby, but that's usually what comes out when I see him. Hey, Bubby. Anyways. You're going to say bye? Okay. You want to be seen? Whoa. Come here, come here. No. You're gorgeous. You can be seen. This is my little baby. Oh, anyways, okay, love you guys. We'll talk later. Oh, yeah, your face was out of it. You're too tall. You're gonna come back in? Dip down. Ow! Look at her! Oh, stop. Huh?
They can't speak good Spanish.
Interesting.
Probably
Right, that's interesting. All right, guys. We love you. We'll talk later.